You should find later, no, I won't go there, but typically when you stop somebody and interrogate
Mm-hmm.
or interview, you've got to be careful about words when you put what you put in a report.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to say interrogate because you had better have what they call law-wise, legalese, you had better articulate a reasonable suspicion why you stopped this person, because you're not supposed to do that to innocent citizens just because you want to talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the catch phrase.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to say, I interrogated him or questioned him. Why, officer? What did he do?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Nothing.
What did he do in your line of sight, officer? What did you see? Nothing. Well, why did you even stop him? You see what an attorney can say?
Yeah.
So you can say, I interviewed him because, okay, now your probable cause. And typically what we would say is we have had, that's if you're going to be called out to testify. Typically we would say, yes, we have had some reports this past week or during this past month about a somewhat shabbily middle-aged white guy being seen in the vicinity of, and that has aroused other citizens' suspicions.
Mm-hmm.
So I spot this guy, and that's, if I had to articulate in court, why did I stop him? That's usually what I'd say.
Yeah.
And there may be some basis in truth to that, because there was always something going on.
Yeah.
Okay. I stop this guy, and I'm talking to him, and he's just edgy. There was an aura
Mm-hmm.
of he wasn't frightened of the cops, but he struck me.
Yeah, suspicious.
He probably was well aware of what cops can do and what cops can't do.
Yeah.
Okay. I asked him for ID.
He didn't have one?
He didn't have one. And yet, stupidly, he gave me his correct name and his date of birth.
His real name?
Yeah.
Weird.
So I give that information to dispatch. 296, run this guy's name for me. Here's his date of birth. Here's his description. 296, he is an escaped murderer out of a Louisiana penitentiary.
Oh my God.
I said, there was a fence right there, a chain link fence, a big tall one. I said, take your hands and turn around and put them on the fence where I can see them. Up, spread your legs. He says, you got me. How did you know? How did you know?
You just knew?
Now, if he were a suspect in a recent something or other, if he were a suspect, and if I had to go to, which I would have to go to court on that,
Mm-hmm.
even though there's a hit on him,
Yeah.
as a suspect. In court, a sharp attorney would say, what's your articulable reason? Your probable cause, officer, to have even stopped this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he's still just a suspect, you can't prove it. But this guy was different because he was definitely an escaped convict for murder.
For murder?
Anyway, man, I never heard the end of that when I got to the PD. Joe, how'd you know? Man, what an arrest.
Wow. I
That
can't.
doesn't happen every day, obviously.
Yeah.
But there was a half a dozen times in my career when I operated on hunches, and it turned out I was correct. And I attributed that to the Holy Spirit telling me,
Yeah.
check him out, Joe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway.